Yo, what's up? Welcome to Picking Greens. You already know who it is. It's your boy Picky. Today we got another slapper that's about to cash you out. If you're new to the page, again, this is Picking Greens. We give away 2 free picks every day. Usually they cash out, putting money in your pockets. We also send VIP picks to some of our exclusive members, but this is where you get the slapper of a slapper 2 picks. If you love free picks, hit the subscribe button right now. Don't wait. Hit it right now because you're going to cash and you're going to be like, oh, who was I following? Who did I watch? You watch Picking Greens. Subscribe now so you can cash out. I'm about to give you those locks right now, but before I give them to you, let's see what we did yesterday. Yesterday, I gave you a 2-piece. I gave you Corey Seager. Unfortunately, he was a DNP, but where I'm from, a push is a win. You know what I'm talking about? Where I'm from, a push is a win. And we had Randy Vasquez. Randy, I told you Randy was going under this 28.5. He hasn't had 28.5 all season. He had 28.5 one time in his career. One time he's went over 28.5. I know he was playing against the A's, but still, he don't get that stuff, right? He don't get that stuff. So that was the 2-piece I gave yesterday. It still slapped. It slapped. It slapped. You cashed. You cashed. And I'm about to give you some more now. Our first pick of today is, let's see, who are we going with? We are going with David Peterson. Yes, we're going with David Peterson, the pitcher from the New York Mets. He's going up against Miami today. And what line are we going? You got 4 lines that we're showing. We're going outs, 17. He's projected to go below 17 outs today. Fantasy score. He has a fantasy score of 30. He's projected to go below that fantasy score. Walks allowed, 1.5. That's what I got my eye on. I'll be honest with you. That's what I got my eye on. And pitcher strikeout, 5. He's projected to go below 5. And, of course, the walks allowed, he's projected to go over 1.5 walks. The sports books have him going over. Actually, we just got the MGM. Bet MGM Sportsbook, they got him even Steven at 50%. Sleeper got him at about 51%, likely going under. And RotoWire has him going over 1.74. That is the projection. Let's look at his hit rate over the last 5-10 games. Over the last 5 games, he's at 60%. Right? He's slapping at 70% over the last. He's walking betters on a pretty consistent basis, 2 times a game, pretty consistently. His weighted average is 62%, and his season average, he is smooth 50-50 on the season. So, more than likely, he's going to get the over on the 2 walks, right? So, we got 2 walks. I'm thinking he's going to walk at least 2 players. David Peterson on Outlier. We're going to check out his prop over 1.5 walks, right? So we got that. Again, he's hitting over 80% over the last 5, 70 over the last 10, over the last 20. He's walking at least 2 batters a game 70% of the time. Green always looks good when it's more green than red. He's way more green than red. Let's look at his averages in terms of innings pitched. 6.2 innings pitched, 5.0 against LA. So these are the most recent outings. I like to go by the last 3 to 4 outings to give a good indication of where the pitchers is. Baseball is a very volatile sport, but we like to go by the most recent outings to give a best education. David Peterson has exceeded 1.5 walks allowed in 14 out of his last 17 games. 2.4 walks a game. He's walking them. Let's see what he throws. He likes to throw the sinker 37% of the time, and he throws the slider about 26% of the time. Where are these balls landing? So the slider or the sinker the sinker pushing a batter away outside the box. 22% of the time is coming up high. They probably are balls. 24% of the time is coming in low. those probably are, more than likely these are higher likelihood of strikes. Now, when this ball sinks, the batter oftentimes sees it in the zone, and by the time it gets to him, it does a nice little sinking job down there. So these may be balls, these may be strikes, but more than likely these balls up here are balls. On the slider, now that slider sometimes is getting away from him, away from the batter, and that's a good indication of walks as well. Not much in the strike zone, and these are his two main pitches. So he's he can throw a ball or two for sure. He can throw a ball or two. I'm expecting him definitely to go over on the 2 walks today. We should cash out on this one. 3.09. He's 1-0 this year, and let's say head to heads, he had 4 walks against Miami last year. He had 2 meetings against them, one back in March, the other one in October. He had 4 walks. So he's good for 2 walks for sure. He's good for 2 walks. We're going with David Peterson over 2 walks. Let's lock it in. All right, who we going with next? I'm going to be honest with you. This boy, Judge, has been on a rip. It's been Judge versus the books, and Judge has been winning. He started out at a 7 line, an 8 line, a 9 line, a 10 line, a 11 line, a 12 line. On fantasy, they cannot contain this man. I wouldn't be surprised if they put this man line at 15 at some point, because this man has been absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to go with Aaron Judge today. But we're not going to mess with that fantasy point because, hey, again, this game is very volatile. We are going to go with Aaron Judge on the, let's type him in. Aaron Judge with a Green Demon. Yep. We're going Aaron Judge with the Green Demon. And that Green Demon is 0.5 walks. We're going Aaron Judge over 0.5 walks today. I'm expecting him to get a walk. And again, this is in correlation with how hot this man is right now. He is on fire. And as a pitcher, I would be a little bit intimidated throwing at this man right now. They are going to try to pitch around him. Even if they don't just go up there and just walk him, they're going to try to pitch around him. And oftentimes it leads to a walk, right? So let's look at his plate appearances. He's getting up at plate 4 to 5 times a game. Most recently, his last 2 games, he's got four plate appearances. He may get 5 plate appearances. If he gets 5 plate appearances, that obviously increases the chances of him getting a walk. He's exceeded 0.5 walks 7 out of the last 9 games. And again, I would walk him too. If I'm pitching, I would walk him too, to be honest with you. Who wants to throw to a man who's going to put the ball outside the ballpark? Come on now, stop playing. And as you can see, out of the last 5, he's 3 out of the last 5. I'm feeling pretty confident about Aaron going over a walk, only because he's so intimidating at the plate right now. I would be intimidated throwing the ball at him right now. More than likely, they're going to try to pitch around him. He's been hitting everything, every single thing. So, I mean, they may throw balls at him, and he's still knock it out the ballpark, to be honest with you. But I'm anticipating they're going to give him a 4-baller, put him on base, and this is going to cash out. Yes, this one's going to cash out. Those are my 2 picks today. If you like my picks, if you riding with me, hit the like, subscribe, type anything in the comments. Come on, type Go Cubs, because I'm a Cubs fan. Type Go Cubs, or type whatever team you root for. Type the team type something in the comments that helps me a lot, promotes the page, pushes the page out a little bit more. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification. Let's win some money tonight. Let's go. Lock in, picking greens. It's your boy Picky. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Four and a half pitches per plate appearance. 4 pitches. 5 pitches, they walking them. They walking them on because who wouldn't be intimidated? This man is absolutely ridiculous right now. With the head-to-heads, he had a walk in the last 2 previous games The most recent game he didn't have a walk. Pardon my let me correct that. The last recent game he didn't have a walk against KC, but the two previous games before he's had a walk.